Y'all don't smell it?
No, what's burning?
It smell like something was burning. So, what up, YouTube? Damn, my hands ashy in the motherfucker. Can I get some of that lotion? So, what up? It is Nelly the fucking Dawn. It's been a while, YouTube. However, last time I checked in with y'all, YouTube, I was moving to Texas. Had to come back, grab some more things. Y'all know how I go. Like, however, we are on road trip. No matter, just know we're on a road trip. Had to come back to Philly and get some more shit. But what I would say, in pure confidence, niggas got it all. Hold this. However, second road trip to Texas. I'm saying we are. You know, I got my ace spoon. I got twin in them. Wait, give me those pink mics out of there. There's pink mics in there. Be careful, because my motherfucking weapon is in there. Oh my god, I finally think the sun is going down, which is amazing. However, no, I got my CarMax.
What am I grabbing out there?
It's pink mics and a pink. Yes.
What's another one there?
It's a connector piece. Alright, give me this. Grab this. Yeah. Now let's hope this joint is charged so y'all can hear me. We might be in the money. I think the clip. I think we got audio. However, what's that? You know, we still only got like 13,000 miles left to go. However, I would say overall, I would never, and this is just like Nelly's thoughts and what I've been thinking. Real shit. I would never be a truck driver. That's definitely not a thing for me. Hand me that water. I want some water. I would never be a truck driver. However, can I do this drive? Yeah, sure. Eyes fucking closed. You got like you a good crew. Say hello, crew. YouTube. This is the crew. Now, we gotta get back into fucking regular rotation and things because I've been offline a while. I ain't come on this joint pop shit or nothing. I've been actually fucking behaving. Y'all should be proud of me. For real. Oh shit. And y'all should be proud of me because I've been behaving. I ain't come on this joint busting on nobody. Not only did I not come on this joint, oh come on, Clipper. Not only did I not come on this joint busting on nobody in the wild, like, you know, Nelly has been getting established in a good old, you know, where else other than Texas. But, you know, I would say, like with relocating and different stuff like that, the only thing that's like the issue would be like the switch and the change of jobs. I swear, one thing it could be one thing and another thing could be something else. So, damn, did the music go off? So,
your phone on the charger. It's on 20.
All right, somebody else going off. So, that's like the only. I would say that's the only. That's the only thing. Say that's the because you'll think. Excuse me. It's supposed to go just as fast as it go, like in like your hometown, like where you're from. However, it's never that fucking fast. So that would be like the only thing that I said that's like kind of like a dislike for me. Now, when I would say,
Chanel.
huh?
Not to cut you off, but ain't that your fan base, right? The people that's already like,
That subscribe to me on
Yeah.
YouTube, yeah.
subscribe.
Go on YouTube and see if you can hear me. I want to make sure my mic didn't go out. Because this is vlogging session 2773421. No, there's no serious meaning of the numbers. I just wanted to archive it with a number. You know what I'm saying? Will I remember the number later? Absolutely not.
That's why you save videos.
Okay. However, that would be like the only downside of like traveling, like not traveling, relocating to a different state. I would just say like just like understanding like the different just understanding like you know the laws and shit is just different just in other states. Because I'm trying to tell you, like they'll tell you one thing. Oh yeah, you know it takes 2 weeks to get this, like you know your pharmacy license. Whereas though you ain't from there, like you gotta remember your digital footprint is every fucking thing. And I would say like wherever like anybody wants to relocate to, implant your digital footprint there first. Meaning, open up a bank account wherever it is you're trying to relocate to. Not only opening up a bank account, get you a builder, like that, like you know, digital currency is always like A1. But I do realize, like my 700 credit score ain't shit in a state where I don't exist at digitally. So that's kind of a pain in the ass because it's like, bro, you got a 700 credit score, bitch. If I want to take out a loan, I should be able to take out a fucking loan. However, if they can't identify you digitally, you know, you just don't exist. That's just the world we live in. So, rule number 1, before you relocate, establish yourself digitally wherever it is that you're going. Rule number 2, and I would say, like, before relocating, like, when you establishing yourself digitally, I would say definitely rule number 2, do that shit like 6 months in advance so that when you get there, like, you know, like to the credit bureaus, to the banks, like you exist in that state. Like it's not like just moving one state over. I'm saying like a long distance move. So like for me, it was from Philadelphia to Texas. Like definitely had I known that, they don't put that shit on the Googler. And like one thing about me, anybody that know me know I Google every motherfucking thing. Okay, step 1 on how to do XYZ. It could be for anything. Like I always just tend to the Google. Like I'm big on just like doing my research before I just jump into something. However, they don't tell you that. And like a lot of times, even if you know people, like when they relocate, the thought for them is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start over, looking for a clean start, blah blah blah. Like sometimes, I mean, it could be a multitude of reasons as in why like people want to relocate. However, they don't tell you that, and that's definitely something like you know you should do before relocating long distance. Number 2, make sure whatever your job requirements is, it's not gonna I don't want it to be so loud because I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright. Make sure whatever your job like profession is, unless you're like an entrepreneur or something like that, definitely make sure you seek out the time frame of like how long it's going to take for you to like establish your license there, like if you got any professional licenses, you know, that type of thing. One thing they do not tell you when relocating, of course, like when you have children, automatically off the back they be like, oh, like you know, this neighborhood is good for kids, blah blah blah. Research adult motherfucking fun. Last you want to do is move somewhere and the adult fun is a couple hours away. I mean, it's cool. Like for me, that's pretty much what it is. But I'm one of those type of people. I don't like to like eat where I shit at. So it's like if I'm playing somewhere, I don't want for my children to be like directly involved. I would say like for me, like the overall move was just like grand because in the city I would never allow my kids to go to the park by themselves. Not only would I never allow them to go to the park by themselves, I would never let them hang outside with friends by themselves. Let alone, even if the school could be directly across the street. Like, like anybody that follow me, my subscribers, y'all know, like I've been homeschooling my kids, but I don't play public schools, none of that shit. In the city where I'm from Philadelphia. Now, what's crazy though is when I was growing up, the city always was bad. However, my dad's side of the family is pretty large, so it was always one of those situations to where as though if niggas had to rumble, like, bro, we rumbling. Like, call your sisters. Like, one thing my sisters on my dad's side didn't do is play my motherfucking Nelly, okay? So, if we was rumbling some bitches, we had to rumble some bitches. And that's just how it is in Philly. It's so weird. Half the fights I got into coming up, I don't even know what the fuck I got into the fights for. I know a couple times it would be, oh, my cousin got jumped. You know, we got jumped the bitches. Like, oh, we don't like your sister. You end up fighting. So it was just one of those things. Like, it was like, in order to like thrive, you gotta kind of have like parents that's like a little reckless, that don't give a fuck about going to jail. And then like you still gotta have some riders in your family. For me, I'm hella rough on the edges, but if anybody that know me know my kids is super fucking sheltered. So can my kids fight? Absolutely not. I mean, King and Kai, that's yeah, they like my Irish twins. I mean, they got a little rough side to them just because of their dad. But like my other kids, no, Kyla don't, because I'm trying to tell you, it was like one day, like when she was in fucking Little Flower, I was 2 seconds away from putting on a Little Flower fucking uniform and go slap one of those bitches. So, you know, you just gotta be mindful, like other type of kids you have. I believe because of how I raised my kids super sheltered, so like that played into it. So I like living in San Antonio, like because it's like for the most part, I'm like go outside. Like, you know, I don't have a fear like, you know, they're gonna run into some ghetto kids or they gotta like defend themselves or anything like that. Because I mean, we could sit around as adults and we could talk about how fun that shit was back then, but let's talk about how fun that shit wasn't. Oh my God. I remember as much as I used to fight, like when I was younger, I didn't start catching cases till the fuck I was older, which is a pain in the fucking ass because who the fuck waits till they're an adult to start catching cases? Now, mind you, of course I still had siblings and stuff that was in school. So it's like if your siblings get jumped, I mean, as a big sibling, you gotta go there and beat somebody's ass. Even if you gotta hold a bitch down and make your sibling beat their ass, you had to do what you had to do. So I definitely just.
He's talking shit over there.
What he say?
I said, oh, she did good driving. He said, no, the fuck she didn't.
Bro, I've been driving for fucking 7 hours then.
I said we started at 1 o'clock.
No, we started at 9. You're a fucking bullface liar. We started at 9. We actually got on the road at 9 o'clock. However,
and we left.
Yeah, no, I've been driving for 7 hours.
We took that little ass man. He was still in Philly. I was like, the fuck?
Bro, I had to go get supplies. Y'all know the vibes. Come on, Mr. Trucker.
Good.
So yeah, like when you come from a pretty rough city and you relocate somewhere, we want our kids to like be like how we was, but was that shit really right? Nah. So I don't mind to drive the 2 hours away to go turn up and have fun. Sometimes I know I was on Bigo the other night and somebody was like, oh, like come to Austin, like Austin be lit. So of course I'm had to get on a good old TikToker and look and see what the fuck is popping in Austin. But I mean, like, you know, as a grown up, as long as you got a car and a phone, you'll get the fuck there. That's just what it is. Now, what I would say though is, you know, I feel like it's like a bad city everywhere you go. I feel like it's like no matter what state you in, it's always like a ghetto, if that makes any sense. I just feel like when you are growing up and you're aging, never lose sight of like the end goal. Like you definitely can't become a part of your environment because it's like at the end of the day, certain people, like let's use Philly for instance. Like a motherfucker be in Philly, like just not progressing, not doing nothing with their life. You'll be like, damn, won't you like, go do something? And they'll feel like that shit is true. Like when they say people be like a product of their environment, like they really do. Cause some people don't give a fuck to do more, be more, none of that shit. Like their whole opta is, bitch, I'ma wake up, go fuck, smoke, get high, fight. Like, that's really certain people's lifestyle. So I feel like a lot of the times you just gotta differentiate. Like, all right, damn, like I want to be somebody, and like, don't let social media fool you. Because at the end of the day, even entrepreneurs have to work even harder than workers because you gotta drive business to whatever business it is that you have. So you gotta think about it. If you're an entrepreneur, right? You wake up. You go to your office, if your office in your house, or if you're renting out a space or your store, whatever. If your advertisement does not work for that day, guess what? You don't get paid for that day. You don't make no money. So, like, don't ever let a motherfucker tell you, oh, like, I don't want to be a worker. You got to be a worker in order to be a boss. So, I put some on. So always keep that shit in mind. Schools, all that of course is important, but I would say like during like relocating, just make sure like stuff that you personally like to do. If you like to go to a hookah lounge, you like to go to a spa, you like to go to a gym, just make sure like all those things, like kickboxing gym, whatever it is that you like to do, a golfing club, whatever it is that you like to do, just make sure you have access to that shit. Because who would want to relocate to like come like to like revert and come back because you couldn't find your way? So I definitely would say that. Another thing I would say, when relocating, right, you gotta realize even if your support system is broken but you had support, or you don't have a support system at all, work on your mental health. Like I cannot stress that shit enough. Like, because at the end of the day, if you can be alone in your fucking thoughts, like without it being an issue, like, you'll be fine. Cause it'll be like, okay, even if shit is bad, it's nothing that I can't handle. So always keep that shit in mind too. And then, like whatever support you do have, if it's friends or if it's certain family members or whatever, just lean on to that. Like that's always like a clutch. Like these truck drivers is crazy. This nigga is waving in and out of different lanes, which is insane. That's dangerous as fuck too. But that's just like my POV so far, like with moving long distance wise. As of now, I do want to talk about something later, but I gotta get my stuff out of the bag. So our next rest stop, I'll click back on, we'll go back on, and then we'll get into a little travel time, vlogging and different conversations, like, so click back on, give us about an hour, and then it's up, however, just follow the vlog so you can see us go from state to state. FYI, Virginia is fucking long. I swear, I wish it was like another way, because it's like, to have been driving for fucking 7 hours, you would think to yourself like, damn, am I in Memphis yet? Like, shit. Like, am I somewhere else other than Virginia? I swear Virginia is like the longest fucking state ever. So, keep that shit in mind. Another POV, have a good playlist, bring your smokes. Everybody smoke hookah or vape. You gotta bring shit that's gonna be entertaining. Definitely have your playlist aligned, because that's always gonna help you. But like I said, we'll tap back on after the next stop, because then we can get into a little travel trivia and different questions and stuff. So, tap back on. It's prime time. Prime time. You guys are home. Y'all not doing that. So come on here. We can entertain each other at this point. But be back in a minute.